welcome, Devil Sniper here, and today I'm bringing you episode number 21 of our career with West Ham. We're taking on Crystal Palace at the Bowlen. Should be a good game, a side that you can't really underestimate. As you can see, Palace are 17th, we are 10th in the division. 25 games down, 33 points. The team we are going with is Adrian, Jenkins, Tompkins, Reid, O'Brien, Song, Chalobah, Morrison, Downing, Valencia, and Jarvo. On the bench, Correa, Moncur, Carroll, Sacco, Barahino, Zarate, and of course, Juicy on the bench for the keeper. A really strong side, I feel, and I'm still confused what we're going to be doing about Andy Carroll. He really can't force his way into the side. It is a little bit disappointing, but we've got such an array of attacking delights up top. It must be quite frustrating for him, as it's Song who has the first opportunity in the 3rd minute. Great shot and a fantastic save from the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. It wasn't until the other day that I actually learned that he's in his mid-30s. I actually thought he was a lot younger than that. As the ball's played through to Song again, looking to have a shot from distance. An absolute perler, but unfortunately just goes to the wrong side of the post. He's really got his teeth into this game, looking to make a big statement and hopefully lead the boys to victories, as Valencia has the ball, looking to go forward, plays a nice little chip into Chalobah. Chalobah with a delightful ball into Ravel. Morrison with the left foot strike, and again the Crystal Palace goalkeeper is just an unstoppable force at this moment. It's like a brick wall, but Chalobah gives the ball away in a sloppy fashion. But never fear, Alex Song comes in, takes the ball away and the player completely out, and the referee has pulled it out for a free kick. I'm a little bit surprised because I thought that was a good tackle, to be fair. And we are at the Bowlen on March the 6th, an evening kickoff which will be live on Sky Sports against Chelsea. Very, very big game, very important game. Hopefully we can pick up the 3 points. But Ravel Morrison playing delightfully with a nice step over, and he's just had the audacity to stick the ball in the back of the net from all of 30 yards. What an unbelievable strike that was. Beautiful, beautiful play. Nice little shimmy, gets around the defender. It just opens up. The two centre-backs say, come on then, come at us. And he decides not to go at them and instead just pings it with the outside of his right boot into that top corner. An absolutely sensational goal. And the complete cheek and audacity to actually have a crack from there is just phenomenal. The boy is an absolute revelation. He really is something special. He has got such a mercurial talent. And if he keeps playing like this, surely he'll win himself an England call. He's just playing so well. But the goal actually kicked Crystal Palace into life. They actually started to come into the game. Ledley with an opportunity there, but Adrian with an absolutely important and big save. But they really started to come back into the game, started to dominate the possession as Williams knocks the ball out to the right-hand side for Balassi. Balassi with some nice skills, comes back inside, feeds the ball into Williams. Williams squares it to the back post where it's Punchin. Punchin goes for the shot, and the referee does award a penalty kick there. Downing was a little bit overzealous with his tackle on Punchin, and unfortunately it is a penalty. I personally didn't feel it was a penalty, but on having a second look at the actual decision on the touchline monitor, unfortunately it was a penalty, which is even more frustrating. One of those things. But Adrian goes the right way. Unfortunately, he doesn't put his hand up to make the save, and of course Crystal Palace equalise on the stroke of half-time. So we went in at half-time, 1-1 scoreline. As you can see, Morrison in the 35th, and of course Punchin in that 45th minute penalty was a little bit frustrating, but we had dominated and played so well in that first half. The second half started and we really did sit back a little bit, invited Palace onto us, which is a bad thing to do. We lost the ball in a sloppy way in midfield, but Ravel Morrison picking the ball up there, knocking it into Jarvo. Jarvo into Enna Valencia. Valencia playing a delightful ball back into Matt Jarvis. Jarvis who's recovered from that injury, thankfully, that broken ankle he had. Hopefully he will be able to regain his England place. But I decided to take Jarvo off because I wanted to save him, conserve him. I don't want to overplay him. When we brought on Joaquin Correa, as you can see on the left-hand side, Correa cuts inside. Beautiful play. He's got such strength on him. A nice little spin, but unfortunately that's a little bit suicidal. He could have had the opportunity to lay the ball off, but he decided not to lay the ball off, which is a little bit naughty. He should have laid the ball off there, but unfortunately he didn't, with Chalobah picking up that ball, drifting it out to left-hand side, and a great pass there from Correa into Enna Valencia. Valencia around the defender. Great save yet again from the Crystal Palace goalkeeper. But that is what Correa is all about. He does have a great technical side to his game, as he picks up the ball from Chalobah yet once again. Marauds across the edge of the 18-yard box, passes it into Jenkinson. Jenkinson knocks it into Downing. Downing cuts back onto his left foot, looks to get the cross in. The cross comes in, and it's Alex Song with a great opportunity there. But again, the Crystal Palace goalkeeper manages to keep West Ham at bay. But it's Morrison with the ball, scorer of the first goal in the first half, an absolutely sublime ball. Nice roulette onto his left foot, looking to have the shot, has the shot left foot, ball spikes up, and it's Valencia. The ball spiked up there, and Valencia just came in and headed the ball home. What a fantastic goal, all from the creation of the Mercurial at this moment, the Mercurial talent, that is Ravel Morrison. A fantastic roulette, literally teasing the centre-back, teasing the midfielder to come at him, had the shot, a great save from the Crystal Palace keeper Speroni, who's been absolutely on top game today. He's been absolutely sensational. God knows what the score would have been if he wasn't playing, but he's kept West Ham at bay and only kept them to 2 goals. But it's Downing yet again. Nice ball into Valencia. Valencia into Chalobah. But Chalobah's pulled back there. The referee's waved play on. It was clearly an arm across the shoulder there, pulling him back, trying to drag him down. But the referee didn't see it that way. Though the game does come to an end and we do win 2-1. A fantastic performance once again from Ravel Morrison. And of course, Alex Song really did put in a fantastic performance. We come away with the 3 points, the much needed 3 points, which is very, very important. And the man of the match has to go to the Mercurial talent. That is Ravel Morrison. A sublime goal, and he had a big say in the actual winner that Valencia managed to nail. Absolutely fantastic. I'm so chuffed for him. As you can see, Kare is back from his suspension. Get in there, Kare. He is always getting a bit of a suspension. He's got to calm down a little bit, but not to worry. I'm glad. I wouldn't want to take it away from him. I like the way he plays. We're going to have a quick look at the youth players, see how they are developing. As you can see, we have our Brazilians at the moment. And to be fair, they're pretty good. They look pretty impressive. Obviously, Emilio looks like he's going to be a right midfielder, perhaps a right winger. 73 to 91. He's got some good looking strengths. Hopefully he can reach those peaks and absolutely bamboozle us with his ability. But Martinho Consal, he looks like he's going to be a CDM. And I've got to say, if he's a CDM, I think I will eat my hat. He's got some amazing stats, though. Looking at his tackling and his marking, that concerns me because I don't really want him to be playing in that CDM role. Hopefully, over the course of time, he'll adjust and move slowly forward into sort of a cam role, which will be absolutely fantastic. But it's now time for the squad report, and I want to spend a bit of time on the squad report because I do like the squad reports. I like to see how my players are doing. Again, DeMille is literally gone down. He's gone down with the Titanic. His statistics have just gone down. It doesn't matter that we do play him. He's still going down so rapidly, which is a great shame. Unfortunately, Winnie Reed hasn't grown as yet, but he was out for a short time with an injury, so that can be built into it. Leo Chambers is coming on leaps and bounds. He's actually a really decent player, and I've got to say I'm looking for him to force his way into the starting lineup. I think he's a really good player, and he can play right back as well, so you never know. He might be he might solve our problem, so we don't need to buy a right back in the summer because we can stick Chambers at right back, and he's got the high medium work rate, so it could work out quite nicely. Creswell has gone up by +2, looking really good. It's a shame Song hasn't gone up. Hopefully he doesn't go up because then he might be cheaper if we look to buy him in the summer and make him a permanent fixture at the club. Of course, Eduardo's brother hasn't really done too much. Unfortunately, he hasn't really had too much time on the pitch. But Diego Poyet, unfortunately, bad form, yet he's still growing, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. He looks a good player. Hopefully, we can get the best out of him. And I expect the partnership to be sort of Diego Poyet and, of course, Chalobah over the coming years, with Kare adding that little bit of spice into the mixer. Of course, Downing, don't really need to speak about Downing. It's a little bit disappointing. It's one of those things at the end of the day. I don't understand how the actual system works this year. If you play them, they don't seem to regain their attributes, but it's one of those things. He is of an age where we probably have to start worrying, but we'll worry about that come the summer. I think that's the best way we can. I suppose it's the only way we can really play it, to be honest. Worry about it in the summer. Try and get the best out of him in the lead up to the summer and make a formal decision then, because we do have some good players coming in, to be fair. And of course there is Kare's statistics. I actually really like this guy. His finishing is pretty wank, but apart from that, I really do like his abilities. He's a tall lad, he's a strong lad, and I like his acceleration, I like his strength, I like his whole game. We just got to get a little bit more sort of adjusted to the Barclays Premier League. Obviously, he's not playing in South America, so he can't keep going around doing these flamboyant roulettes and etc. and fake shots. He's got to be a little bit more conservative, so hopefully we can get that into him. And of course, Ravel Morrison, for me, so far, is probably player of the season. If I had to make a decision right now, after 19 games with 4 goals, I would probably say Ravel Morrison is my player of the season. I'd obviously like to see him get some more assists playing in that cam role. I'd also like to see him get a few more goals, if I'm honest. But I really do feel he is an absolute revelation this season. So good to play with. Obviously, Valencia, he's starting to find the back of the net. And I knew as soon as he starts finding that back of the net, he would score consistently. And that's what he started to do. And I'm really, really happy with that. Berahino's going to obviously give me some headaches because he can play right midfield, he can play up top. And to be fair, he looks a really, really good player. I'm just hoping he can grow, and I'm just hoping he can adjust to life at West Ham. Of course, Zarati's going to be an important topic of conversation come the summer. Do we continue to show faith? I personally do really love Zarati, and I think we should continue to show faith. I don't think we should act in a harsh manner. I think once he scores a goal, he'll start hitting the back of the net on a regular basis. As you can see from the league table, we are currently in 8th position. Not too bad. I would like to see us go up a little bit higher. I really do feel that we can hit that top 6, maybe that top 5 come the end of the season, but there's still a long way to go. Of course, have a quick look at the top goal scorers, the assists and red cards and bookings and all as such. Obviously, we don't have too many players on the goal scoring rankings, nor on the assists. But Adrian is top of the goalkeepers, which I thought was pretty impressive, considering how demoralising our goal difference really is, and it's something that we need to remedy. It's something we need to put right, and something we need to sort out in due course, which hopefully we will. And of course, it is the big game. It is the big one. We're at the Bowl, and we are taking on Chelsea in the final game of the episode. As you all know, on episode 22, we're gonna drop the commentary for the actual games, and it will be live commentary. All the games will be live. The actual sort of team selection, etc., all the story, all the player training, etc., that won't be done live. That will be done in this fashion, a post commentary. But the actual games will all be live commentary. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can get all the new software I have to work. Hopefully, I won't have too many problems, and hopefully it will sound pretty good. But I think it'll take a case of maybe a couple of videos for me to suss out the best settings for my mic and the best settings for the actual video. So bear with me in the coming episodes. There might be a little bit of change in how they're presented, but apart from that, it's just going to be live episodes, which is going to be pretty cool if you ask me, as Chelsea come out like a house on fire. Fabregas with the ball, nice little turn, and the defence has literally parted the Red Sea. Unbelievable there. The Claret Sea literally just parted and allowed Fabregas to score quite a simple goal. I would have thought that Adrian would have been able to pick that one out, but unfortunately he couldn't, and it's just disappointing the way the two defenders just literally opened up a massive hole. But the ball from Noble into Cresswell was fantastic, and Cresswell with an absolutely sublime shot. If that had gone in, my days, I think the place would have erupted. It was a beautiful shot outside of his left foot, looking to bend in that far corner. It was just wide, unfortunately, but a great ball played into the feet of Valencia. Valencia looking to weave in and out of John Terry. He knows he's got the pace on him as he cuts inside onto his left foot, but unfortunately he is tackled. But it's good to see Valencia having that confidence to attack and go towards goal, where normally it would be when he hasn't been scoring, he hasn't been attacking defenders in that fashion. But it's nice to see him attack defenders in that fashion as Chelsea get the ball forward into De Zeko. They're signing in the January window from Manchester City as he slots the ball into the top corner. Pretty unstoppable shot there. I don't think Adrian could be held responsible for that. Perhaps he could have come out once he spied the ball had been played through, but unfortunately he did not. And it is one of those things as we pick the ball up with Downing on the right-hand side. Plays the ball up to Cole Jenkinson. Jenkinson drifting infield. Plays the ball back to Mark Noble. The Cockney genius passes the ball on to Song. Song into Valencia. Valencia plays a great ball into Sacco. Sacco steps inside and West Ham are back in the game. That was a fantastic passing move there from West Ham. Absolutely tore Chelsea to bits with some beautiful passing play. The ball from Valencia into Sacco was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But it was all started by Stuart Downing feeding that ball into Jenkinson. Instead of Jenkinson normally going down that right side like he normally does, like a train, he stepped inside, played the ball into Mark Noble, and then from then on, Chelsea were all over the place and they couldn't cope with the passing game of West Ham there. Ball coming in, great cross, but unfortunately Valencia wasn't in the right place, and the ball's with Sacco. He knocks the ball forward into Valencia. Valencia open up in his legs, cutting inside, trying to weave some magic, has the shot, but that's a great save from the Chelsea goalkeeper as Cresswell comes across to Ramirez. The ball's played in, the ball comes to Matic on the edge of the box, but the referee has blown that half-time whistle. The scoreline at half-time is West Ham United 1, Chelsea 2. Not the greatest half for West Ham, but the goal they scored was absolutely fantastic. And of course, I am going to be a git and tease you. Yes, I'll catch you later.
I used to dream about cars.